Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're going to break down something that's honestly fascinating. We are looking at the bouncy bunny dance concept. Now, on the surface, this might just look like a fun, colorful animation for kids, but when we really look closely, we're going to see how it acts as a total masterclass in audience pacing and visual storytelling. Let's unpack exactly how this 5 to 7 minute routine manages to completely captivate a young audience from the very first frame right down to the final wave goodbye.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We've got Section 1, the visual concept. Section 2, warming up the dancers. Section 3, peak animal dance party. And finally, Section 4, the gentle wind down.
Starting right off with Section 1, the visual concept, setting the stage for play.
Before we map out the specific dance moves, we really need to understand the foundational world building of this 3D family animation. The environment and the characters are the very first things that hook the audience. Let's move ahead and see how this builds. This timeline brilliantly maps out a literal 7-minute chronological journey of toddler engagement. Just notice how meticulously it's structured. At 0 minutes, we've got the hello dance. Then, at the 45-second mark, we shift to the bunny hop. By 2 minutes, we escalate into the animal dance party, and then hit a sudden freeze dance at 3:15. We transition to a repeat-along finale at 4:30, and perfectly close out with a goodbye song right at the 6-minute mark. It is a precisely calibrated timeline designed to manage attention spans perfectly.
Now, to make that timeline actually work, the aesthetic constraints have to be totally dialed in. The creators are using high-quality, colorful 3D animation paired with this incredibly soft, cinematic lighting. That gives the whole world a premium, warm feel without being visually overwhelming. The characters? Super expressive, bringing this playful nursery rhyme energy to the whole thing. And right at the center is this cute kiddo in colorful overalls and sneakers. That character acts as an immediate mirror for young viewers at home, leading them through the dance alongside a friendly bunny, a puppy, and even tiny dancing stars.
Moving right along to Section 2, warming up the dancers, the first 2 minutes.
All right, now that we understand the visual world, let's look at how this concept kicks off the physical activity. Because, you can't just ask a toddler to sprint right out of the gate. You've got to warm them up and invite them into the play. And that invitation sounds exactly like this. Clap, clap, clap your hands, dance together in the land. By opening the first 45 seconds with this hello dance, the routine leverages simple, highly rhythmic clapping motions. It's such a smart, low-barrier entry point because clapping is an intuitive motor skill. It successfully invites young viewers in, making them active participants right away rather than just passive observers.
Once they're clapping and engaged, the routine safely ramps things up. At exactly the 45-second mark, the kiddo and the friendly bunny introduce directional hopping. And the steps progress logically. Step 1, hop left. Step 2, hop right. Step 3, hop up. And Step 4, hop down. This bunny hop segment introduces gross motor skills and spatial awareness. It steadily increases the viewer's heart rate and excitement level, perfectly setting the stage for what comes next.
And that brings us to Section 3, Peak Animal Dance Party, maximum engagement and surprises.
So we hit the 2-minute mark, and the energy just completely shifts gears. To keep a kid's attention from drifting, you absolutely have to introduce new, exciting elements, and this is exactly where the routine delivers a massive refresh. Now, introducing a puppy, a kitten, and chicks all at once could easily become overwhelming visual noise. But what's really interesting about this layout is how cleanly organized it is. The creators map specific, distinct actions to each animal. The puppy wiggles, the kitten spins, the chicks do their own funny little dance. By giving everyone a unique, identifiable movement, it completely organizes the visual chaos. Kids can easily track the action and mimic their favorite animal without getting confused.
Freeze! Literally, at exactly 3 minutes and 15 seconds, the music just completely stops and everyone on screen locks into these funny poses. And this brilliantly illustrates the power of contrast and pacing. Think about it. On the left side, we just came from this high-energy animal dance party with constant wiggling, spinning, and hopping. Then, bam! On the right side, a stationary freeze dance. This sudden pause is an absolutely crucial pacing mechanic. If you keep the energy at a 10 the entire time, the audience burns out. So by using this sudden musical stop, the creators force a moment of physical control. It effectively resets the viewer's attention span while keeping them completely hooked through humor.
Okay, letting out a breath here for Section 4, the gentle wind down, repetition and rest.
Coming off the hype of the freeze dance, as we enter the final 2.5 minutes, the animation makes a very intentional shift. The high energy begins to soften, guiding the kids back down.
This brings us to the repeat-along finale, spanning from 4:30 to 6 o'clock. The strategic purpose here is so effective. Instead of throwing new, complicated choreography at a kid right at the end of a workout, the song intentionally repeats the absolute easiest dance moves. This serves a dual purpose. It acts as a calming mechanism, and it actively builds confidence. Because they've seen these moves before, they can execute them perfectly, leaving them with a real sense of accomplishment as the routine winds down.
And finally, we hit the last minute of the experience, the goodbye song. The playful, chaotic energy beautifully settles into a true cooldown. Everyone on screen waves goodbye, the dancing becomes incredibly gentle, and the environment actually transforms. A colorful, starry sky is introduced, and tiny dancing stars appear alongside our kiddo and animal friends. It is just a visually soothing, emotionally satisfying conclusion that signals playtime is peacefully wrapping up.
So, what does this all mean? Well, creating engaging content isn't just about splashing bright colors on a screen. It's about deeply understanding the peaks and valleys of human attention, from the welcoming claps to the high-energy animal party to the sudden freeze and finally that calming starry sky. This is quite literally a masterclass in structuring a workout routine of engagement. So I leave you with this final thought to apply to your own creative projects. How will you pace the energy in your next animation? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this breakdown helps you bring a little more structured magic to your own storytelling.